Okay, so I am back. I'm starting to feel a bit more energy. It's coming back to me, the energy. Oh, and there's some of my stitch bits. They could be nice. Okay, that's cool. Let's see what needles we've got in here. Right, so we did that page. Don't want to lose my bits. Put that over there. I'll just grab one of my random here. Now, I want to stitch that on. What thread is that? That's too thick, that needle. I would not stitch. Oh, that one's all right. I don't want to use that colour. In this basket here, if I can get to it, I saw that I had it the other day. I'm pretty sure I saw it. Not that colour. This colour. No, not that colour. Well, this colour will do. I've got another one of these. I need to get them all in one spot, don't I? Okay, so I've got this colour. And I think I'll use 2 strands. I've pulled 2 strands. So someone asked me, how do I pull them out? So basically, this is the hank. This is called a hank. It's tied together up there. And so what I did, I think I snipped the tie down here. And then I just went through and snipped through the loops there at one end. And then you can pull them out from the opposite end. That's how I did that. I'm going to do double because I think I want it to be thick. If I can thread it, and my fingers are sticky, so that's not helping me at all. Oh, and see, look what happens. I've got glue there. I'm going to just trim that messy bit off. And I know you're telling me, get your threader. Why don't you get your threader out? Because I'm lazy. Okay, and I'm going to do a quilter's knot here. So with the quilter's knot, because they're not even, thanks to my sister for teaching me. And I know I've shown it many times, but there are new people. So with the quilter's knot, you put your tail down the end. That's the eye of your needle where you've threaded, and you point up here, and the tail is pointing down. 1, 2. I might just do 2. And you don't pull it too tight, and then you just hold it and slide it down the thread, and it makes a knot. And the reason why I like this knot is because it's not too bulky. And I am going to go here and stitch this in place. And I'm probably just going to do messy stitches. I might even have the knot on the outside. So I'm just got to figure out, I want to start this way, but I want to see it. So I've got to go down. I'm going to keep the knot on the outside for some reason. That's just what I'm feeling like doing. And I'll have to hold it like this. It's just a little bit fiddly. Once you poke a hole too in your paper, you'll have to go with it. But once you, because it's not like fabric where you can poke, and then if you decide, oh no, I've gone too close, you can go back out and go somewhere else, because the hole will close up in the fabric, but in the paper it won't. So just take it slowly. I didn't want them to be too neat, but and I find with my glue stick, I don't know about other people, but I don't find that it gunks up my needles and sewing machine and stuff. I just think a little bit of this sort of thing, whether you've done it on little snippety pieces or do it like this, it just adds that little extra touch to it. And yeah, possibly start, I'm hoping I'll make it all the way around with this one thread. I'm just doing a running stitch, but you have kind of, because it's paper, you have to sort of do, it's called stab stitch. You're stabbing it, but you're going forwards like a running stitch. I'm hopefully going to make it round with one thread, so that way I don't have any more knots. Not that it matters, it just adds texture really if you have knots. And this is something that's going to be removable from a pocket, so it doesn't really matter that you're going to have a knot there. Now you can see this is curving. I'll just put that under something and then it will flatten. So I'm going to actually go across here like so and keep on going. So much fun stitching paper. Look at that. See a nice texture on that side? And then I'll hold it like this. It's just a little bit awkward, that's all, because of the flip out. I just think there's just too much fun to be had. And anyone can do this, anyone. This is such an easy stitch. Anyone can do it. I encourage you all to get out your threads. Or go and buy one thread, like one type. You don't have to go and spend a fortune. Buy a couple of colours that you like. Just regular perlé cotton. This is perlé cotton, number 12, this one. So it's quite thin. This is the thinner one. So the thicker one is number 5. Then it's number 8 is the medium sort of type one that I normally use the most. And then this is number 12, and that's a thinner one. And so I'm using 2 strands, and it's making it a very nice thickness. And perlé cotton is, it just gives you a slightly different look to the stranded thread. I'm going to do another stitch there just to be sure. And I'm going to end it off on this side. And to end it off, I'm going to go through my stitch, not the paper, just through my stitch, and pull it carefully. And then I might go back. I might go to this next stitch here. And I'm going to go in and catch it there. If you're worried about it, you could put a little bit of glue there as well. That should be fine. I've knotted it twice. Okay, so that's that. Just put that pin over there. That pin could stay there permanently, then I didn't have to worry. So it's all gone curvy because it's just wet, but it does flatten out when it dries. Okay, and then one other thing I would like to put on here. Love that. What fun. One other thing I would like to put on here is a tab. So I think I might punch a tab from one of the papers. How about that? Just put the scissors on there. What would I like? Oh, I know. I think I'm going to punch a tab from this one. I want that one. Now I have to check them all. I love that. See, I would just cut that out and make it into a journal card just like that, and maybe put, because I won't get that much done in this video because then I have to go because Steph's cousin's coming with the little mite for Din Din tonight. Oh, these are all ones that I've pinned together that I haven't done yet. I must do those. So none of those are stitched. These are stitched. Like I would put just something. Which way is the up? That way. Is that it? Put something like that on the journal card. there, and then at the, I mean, you don't need anything else really, and that would be lovely at the top of that one, or at the side of it, or on this postcard. Yeah, so that's an idea with those, but I need to, I'm getting distracted. I'm distracting myself showing you other things. I'm not going to get much done in this video because, as I said, I have to go. But I wanted to punch a tab, so I've got to choose a paper. And I was thinking that red one. Now, where have I put it? What did I do with it? There it is. I was thinking that one. Or I could use one of these that have, oh, that would be pretty. One of my previous papers, because they all go together, don't they? Or I could use this paper here. Maybe I'll use that one. I'm going to do a whale tail punch, I think. No, I'm not going to do a whale tail punch. I tell a lie. I'm going to do this tab punch, because I'm thinking I want to put it in a pocket, and so I don't want it to be sticking out too far if I decide to put it, you know, like in a pocket like that. If I'm putting it in something that's sideways, then that's fine, but if I want to put it in another type of pocket. Now, I was also asked, how do you do this punch? So I learned it from Barbara from 49 Dragonflies. I saw her use hers, and I was like, oh my goodness, is that how you get it to come out in one piece? It was just like such a dingo, such a drongo, I should say. Anyway, not a dingo, a drongo. Got the words wrong. So what you do is you've got to keep your crease where you folded. So this is my fold up here. You want to keep it below the line. So if you put it up here and you punch, you can get two pieces. If you put this just under here, it doesn't cut it, and it comes out in one piece. You see? And there it is. And then I'm going to put that on there. So we've done some stitching, and that's just going to go on there, and that is ready to go in somewhere, something. Love that. So basically, when I was doing this, I had put it on this paper, and then I put this fabric down, and then I put this image that Steffi had prepared for me. It's a public domain photograph of an actual chateau that he did the painterly effect with. And then I just couldn't find my other composition. So then Steph came along and he said it needs a little bit of colour. So we found, we agreed upon a border, a antique wallpaper border, and then Steph just sort of did it for me, and then he had it coming off the thing, and I was like, oh, that's fantastic, because I was fitting it onto the piece of fabric, but he had it coming off, and I really like that. So there we go. So that's, I think I'll have to end the video here. I'm sorry today, because we do have Steph's cousin, but there we go. We've got the pocket in there that just fits. So I would have to trim that down if I wanted to put that in there. But what fun, and new kit to play with. And so we've done a page for a journal with a pocket. And then this is, well, this could also be a page for a journal with a flip out. And we hand stitched the flip on there. I glued it first with the glue stick, and then hand stitched it. And you could put a little tab up there poking out the top if you wanted to. But that's a little flippy. And then this is kind of like a little journaling spot that can go into a pocket. So there we go. So I hope you like those kits. And I'll probably come back and do a bit more with them tomorrow, I think, because they're really fun to play with. So I think I'll come back and do some more tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you have a great Saturday, and I will see you again soon. Bye.